this tutorial in DaVinci Resolve, we're going to show you how to do some basic audio editing right on the edit page. In future tutorials, we'll show you more about audio editing by using the full-featured editor called Fairlight on the Fairlight page. When I was setting up this example, which is a recording of The Hollow Men by T.S. Eliot, I brought in a mono audio track. Listen to what came in. We are the hollow men. We are the stuffed men. Now the problem with this is it's only on the left channel. Why? Here's a secret. Whenever you import mono audio into DaVinci Resolve, it will assign it only to the left channel. But there's an easy fix around that to make it stereo. You can apply this fix either with that piece of audio in the bin or on the timeline. Since mine's on the timeline, I'll do the change right here. So I'm going to right-click on my audio source and then choose Clip Attributes from the pop-up menu. And then I'm going to go, and I see it correctly identified it as mono. I need to have the audio box checked at the top. It is mono. I'll change it to stereo by clicking on the down arrow and choosing stereo. But we're not quite finished yet, because if you look on the second column of source channel, it has the right channel set to mute. I don't want that. I'm going to also set that to embedded channel 1 and then click on OK in the lower right corner. Now when I play that same area, it's going to come
We are the hollow men. We are the stuffed.
Now I have my stereo. So that's the way in which you can fix that. Let's look at a little bit at direct editing. Like many audio sources, it comes in with no sound at the beginning. I'm going to enlarge this by using the Control+ key to magnify my track so I can edit much easier. I have more room to maneuver now. And let's take the first part and cut it out. You can use the blade tool. I prefer the Control+B, which is the keyboard shortcut. And I can cut it there. If I want to ripple delete, I simply press delete. If I just want to remove it, I press the backspace key. So I can do either one. I'll do the ripple delete and move everything to the left. Now I may want to change the volume on this. So I need to click on the track, and wherever I press the left mouse button, I'm going to see an up and down arrow. That's my audio volume, or my decibel. When I hover over that and click, it will show me I start out with 0.00, and I can either raise it and I'm going to see the audio waveform change, or I can lower it. And so that's an easy way to fix it. Let me show you another way to change the decibel level. If I want to use my inspector, I go up to the right corner and there's my volume. Here's my volume. It's the same control here. To reset it to where it came in at, I simply click on the circle on the far right, and now it's reset to 0, and I can drag over the numbers to raise or lower it as much as I want to be precise up here. It's actually easier to change it with precision by using the inspector, but you can do whatever works for you. I'll close that out for now. Another thing you can do is, if you want to fade it in, you simply click on the little white box in the upper left corner and drag to the right. That will allow you to fade in the audio. And you also have a ball that you can use, and you can drag the ball up or down to make a convex or concave curve to fade in the audio. And you'll see a little bit of a difference when we play this.
We are the hollow men.
It was so quick it's hard to see here, but that's how you can change that. You can do that at the beginning and at the end of the clip. Another way in which you can change audio, obviously, is to cut things out. If you have an or an ah that you want to take out, and all you need to do is move your playhead to the place you want to go. Let's assume this is a section here, and I'll do my blade key. I'll do Control+B, then I'll move over here and do another Control+B, and then I can simply take this and either compress it, or I can make it so if I hit the backspace key, there's nothing there. It's absolutely silent during that segment. So my video stops. I'll do Control+Z to undo that. Another trick you can do sometimes, if you want to keep the audio track intact without gaps in it, is do what I call the elevator method. And the elevator method is where you You keep it as one continuous audio track, but you simply lower the volume for that segment. Let me show you how to do that. We're going to keyframe it. And so to activate a keyframe, what you do is you hold the mouse over until you see the double-headed arrow and press the Alt key, and that will set an audio keyframe for you. I'll click one here and I'll do that. And you can move this to the left or to the right. Let's assume this section here is something I don't want to hear. I'm going to take another one to the right and do the same thing. And then I have to do them in pairs on either end. So I'll click another one on the left and another one on the right. And again, if you magnify your timeline, your frames apart, so you won't have an issue. And so then I'm going to take the double-headed arrow and then I'm going to move it all the way down, and it will lower that segment so it's not audible, -100 in the decibel range. So this segment here that I heard, it might have been a hiccup, it might have been an extraneous noise, it might have been a keyboard click, whatever. Now it's absolutely silent, but I haven't altered the duration of the audio track, which in some cases is very, very important to do. So if you want to do some fine-tuning to silence out a segment, that's the way you can do it. So we'll watch this, we'll listen to this and see a difference.
Alas, when we whisper together,
and you can obviously move the keyframes left or right to modify the change anytime you want. But that's a very easy way to do some simple audio editing using the tools available on the Edit page in DaVinci Resolve.